morning, everyone, and welcome to Life Beyond the Clouds. And Kathy, I want to thank you for being on today. And your journey is about your son. You lost your beautiful son, and we're going to talk about this. And I want to talk about how truly alive he is, the messages you receive. This is how I always like to start out now because this is about helping everyone. There's so many people that are on the first day of where you're at right now, and how that you have learned to connect and that you understand how alive he is and your father and the messages that they are bringing to you. And it never, oh, it's just what you've gone through. No one should ever have to go through. But what I want to do is help to heal people's hearts a little bit and open you up to how loved you are. And now that I know you're communicating, and I think it's amazing and it's beautiful. And I want to start out by asking you, though, because I really want to ask everyone this, because we never think about this for ourselves. We listen to other people. I want you to, if you can share a memory with me in your life, time or times, because I know there's more than one, but you knew you were being divinely guided. You knew that there was something more helping you. Because I think it's really important for us to actually think about that for ourselves. And then I want you to talk about your son. I want you to tell me about him. I want you to tell me about the messages that you receive, because I know you are.
Um, I guess ever since I was little, the first time I remember my grandfather was the first one to pass away. And when my mom woke me up, I was a teenager. My mom woke me up and told me that he had passed away. It was like I didn't have that awful feeling, but this warm feeling that I knew everything was okay, that he was there with me. So
And
I've had these kind of feelings pretty much all my life. I just didn't know what to do with them. And most of the time, I just would shove them off as a gut feeling or instinct, as, especially raising my kids as a mother, oh, it's just that tuition to know that things are. But now, after working with you and going down these paths with the soul circles and stuff like that, I've learned that they were probably messages coming to me and not just an intuition or something that probably should I wish I should have paid more attention to.
But
So
what's amazing though is that you are now, right? It's never too late. It's never about saying I missed it, because it's not a one-time thing for them. It's not a one and done. They're continually bringing you messages. So what it does is it wakens you up. It's like an awakening. It
hmm
makes you say, "Oh my gosh!" So it's not like it just happened once and it's never going to happen again. You would never have your child one time and then leave, right? It's forever. So they're always. And now what's beautiful is that you understand, what I mean, and you're connecting with this. And I would really love for you to tell me about your beautiful son and the messages and how you connect with him. How is it that helps you heal your heart, and how that you connect with him?
Chris was a very vivacious, outgoing kid ever since he was little. He traveled all over the world. When he wanted to do something, he got up and went. And I always loved that about him because he just loved to explore and to see things and to do things. And I'm very thankful for that since he passed away at such a young age, um, that he got to enjoy life before he passed away. But yeah, he's a chatterbox. I call him a chatterbox. But when I started working with you and we did this soul circle thing, and I walked that path with the angels and came out at the beach, I knew, because nobody, it's not very well known that Chris and I love the beach, and that would be a place we would always go, would be to the beach or to the water. And I just felt this overwhelming warmth while I was there. And when I came, you know, when I finished that journey, I knew that he was with me. I knew there was no question that I knew he was there, except my own doubt. And that's what held
Yeah.
me back, was my own doubt. Am I really feeling this? Am I really, is this something real, or is it something I just want so bad that I feel it? And I have learned that it's very real. It's very real. And I get little messages from him all the time. I always when something quirky happens, I'll say, Chris, what are you up to? And it's just that warm feeling, like I know he's laughing at me because that's the way he was. Him and I had a relationship where, we would laugh at each other and just have fun. And so I can feel that again, which is very helpful for me to move forward, um, with dealing with the grief and the pain of him not being here anymore. And I use it to try and help my daughters. So it's I just I can give you an example of the last time I knew he was here. I had this awful feeling, awful feeling, and I didn't know what to make out of it, and it just felt like not something good, but something was going to happen that I needed to deal with. And I kept trying to ask Crest, are you telling me something? Are we do I need to do something? And one night I had a dream, and he was as clear as day standing next to the side of my bed, and he just kept saying, I'm going to be here. That's all he kept saying, I'm going to be here. And I woke up and it was like, I'm going to be here for what? It was like this, what, is there's got to be more to this message than, but the next day I had moved my daughter back to North Carolina, and Chris was highly allergic to bees, deathly. Like, he didn't have much time with the bees. And we thought Beth was going to be the same way, which is his youngest sister. The next day she got attacked by a swarm of bees. And I had her in the apartment laying on the sofa trying to get, to work with her because I knew what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I just felt this overwhelming calm that I knew everything was going to be okay. And that, and all of a sudden I just heard hospital. So I got her up, took her to the hospital, and by the time we got there, she was having a pretty severe reaction. So I know he's there. After that, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that he was trying to tell me before all that happened
Yes.
that he was going to be with me
Mm-hmm.
and help me get through that.
See, now, Kathy, for me, those are incredible stories. They're not stories. Let me change the word on that. Those are incredible messages because that is so real. It's more real than you and I talking. And the fact that you understand that now, and this is what I'm saying in people's lives, we think that maybe it was just a one time thing. He came because it was something bad or I had to help you. Oh my gosh, they really come with that. Like that changed everything for you. It gave you
Mm-hmm.
peace. So you were able to focus. The thing might have been different, right? Had it just happened, but you knew he was going to be there. You knew it was going to be okay. And I always say messages are thoughts. So when you just heard hospital in your head, see, messages will come where we hear something that we say, that's not normally something I'm thinking. Where did that come from? Those are messages from him. And if they're giving you messages on things like that, they're always communicating with you on a daily basis. And to listen to you talk made my heart feel so good the way you say, I laughed with him. I got giggle. I'll do something silly. Do you understand? This is how present and how alive he is. They just don't leave us. It's like in a marriage or any relationship. You don't spend 24 hours a day with someone. You go to work, you have, right? But then you come home. But if you want to call them, you pick up the phone and say, hey, where are you? Right? It's just like that. They have things in heaven, they do, but they always are there, right? They always come in and check in, or when you just say, I need you, or they'll know before that, like with that premonition that you had that he gave you, that to let you know this something's gonna happen, but it's going to be okay and I'm going to be here. This is what changes our lives is when we understand and incorporate this into this life. There's a cord that keeps us connected to heaven, right? Our souls are all connected to heaven. So why would we not, why would you want to think that, and not use that in your daily life? It helps for everything. It helps
Mm-hmm.
for when you're feeling sad or when you need guidance or direction. And this is what I also want to do with what I do. I want to help people on this spiritual journey of every day of their life. I love giving the messages because I think people need to hear it. It gives them that
Yes.
peace. But then after they have that and I give them that, I want to give them the tools and the understanding to know you're talking to them. They hear you, not just me. That even doesn't make sense to think I'm the only person that hears them, right? Even when you say it, you go, that doesn't even make sense. How can you be the only person? It's right. And I don't, I want people to use it for themselves. And the fact you have this relationship with Chris to me is so incredible and it's so beautiful. And because I know where you were and I know where you are now,
Hmm.
right? It never changes that. And that's what people have to understand. Just because you smiled again or you laughed, it doesn't mean I don't miss them. It means I know you're with me. So I'm smiling because of that, because I understand now that I can still have you, but just in a different way. And I know he's standing right behind you right now. And he's saying he likes your hair. Did you get a haircut?
I did.
Because he said he likes your haircut. He likes
Oh,
what you did with your hair. So it's very cute. I feel like it was like a big deal, like you
mhm.
did something very different. Like, but I'm doing this because it's his way of wanting you. They want us to live. They know they're going to be with us. They don't miss us. They expect us, right? There's no time in heaven. 1,000 years is a day. So he knows, right, that he's always going to be there. So it's just it's very cute when he wants to come in. And is there anything about you with movie night? I don't know why all of a sudden he wants to talk now once you start letting him go. Like he
I
wants to.
told you he's a chatterbox.
He is a chatterbox. So all of a sudden, I don't know if he's talking about movie night, like pizza night, movie night, popcorn. Like he's
Oh,
throwing popcorn at you.
yes.
He's actually throwing popcorn at you to see if you can catch it.
Yes. We used to do that. We used to have movie
That's,
night, and he would pick the movies out, and he would pick out some of the dumbest movies we would ever see. And it would be, by the time we were finished, we were laughing at the movie more than we were
we were watching it,
watching
but you
it. And as a family, we would just sit there and go, Chris picked the movie tonight. So,
but you understand. See, these are the things. See, he's very upbeat. He's very he just has this beautiful energy. Like you said, when you feel his energy, and it's so because that's what his energy is. That's really when I feel him, that's how he comes in, right? It's just very fun. It's wanting
mhm.
everyone. He's the one if somebody's sad, he doesn't like it. Like he's
No, he
just wants to
doesn't.
find a way to either sneak up behind you or say boo or tickle you, even if you could be in a bad mood and it's like, Christopher, stop, just stop. By the time in 5 minutes, it's like you're laughing because he's not going to allow you to be upset. That's who he is. He wants to make everything and everybody okay. He's a very loving, upbeat energy. And this is why now when you smile and you laugh, it's because you're feeling him.
Yes.
It's because of him and that you're feeling him.
A couple months ago, I just made up my mind that I had to believe in everything that I was feeling, and get my life back together. And the first time I laughed, I felt so warm inside, and it wasn't like I can't laugh. You know, I'm not supposed to laugh anymore. I didn't feel that anymore. I felt like he was laughing with me. So it has helped a lot to be able to feel like I can be happy again, even though that void of him not being physically here. But knowing that, you know, it's some days I go to a quiet place and I just have conversations and it it makes me feel good at the end, whether I get any kind of response back or sign. It doesn't matter. I just knowing that, because we did that when he was alive. We would have conversations like that, and it just really helps to know that I can do that and know that he's listening.
Kathy, this is so beautiful the way you're talking about him and the way you honor him and the way you're keeping him so present and understanding because it's going to help so many other people to hear this and that your journey. And I want people to understand you didn't just arrive here. This has been a journey for you. I know where you were. I know I know the place that you were in,
Yes.
right? And to see you now, because what you're doing now is you're allowing his love and his energy. You're feeling it. You're just saying, I refuse to live in a world where I feel he doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
I know you hear me, Christopher. I know you're here. I know you feel me. I know you come to me when I need you, when I'm sad, when I'm happy. And I refuse to think you don't exist anymore. I refuse to think you're gone. And you've opened that door and he is walked through it and he will always be present with you. Now you've just it's like me with my father, right? You don't ever compare what you've been through it's not, I'm just saying, even with me, even though I have this gift, right? There's just times, but you get to the point where I just say, I refuse to think that you're just gone, that you're nowhere, that
Mm-hmm.
you've just, I know you hear me. I know you see me. I know you're guiding me to things. I can hear you saying, what I mean, in my ear, I can hear him saying phrases that he would say to me, when he's trying to show me something else. And for me, that gives me hope. That keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you that to understand that love and that energy, because we're just energy. So what you're feeling is you're connecting with his energy. Your higher self is connecting with his higher self. And that's what it is, because that bond between a mother and a child, it can never be broken. It's for all time, right? You will always be his mother. It doesn't end when someone leaves. In your book of life, you will always be his mother. So that connection is very, very real. So this is where your journey, I think, is beautiful. I think you've got so much to offer other people, the way that you understand are doing this. I really believe that I can see you helping people, with this, because it's incredible what you've become, and who you are. And I have to just show, I don't know if there's a picture with him. First of all, he keeps showing me a necklace and I keep seeing a headband. So I don't know. Oh, you're kidding. Can you move that over this way a little bit? It's like, okay, he's showing me this.
That um,
Okay.
it belonged to him, and he always wore it because the reason it was given to him was from a friend who wanted, because he was such a joyful, outgoing person, and so now I wear it.
And he shows me that. Do you understand? These are the things that, like during the day, how you just touch it, or you'll find yourself going like
Mm-hmm.
this, or holding it. It's because you feel the energy, and he loves. And it's not that that's them. And I say to people, no, it's not. They're not a bird. They're not these things. It's
Right,
just when you hold it, what makes you feel the connection to them. And
right,
that's really what it is. It's when people will say to me, I see birds, butterflies, cardinals. It's just they will send us more of those because they know that's how we connect to them.
right.
Right. So that's why they send that. But he does. And he's very, very funny. Some things I don't even know if I want to say on the podcast today, because
Okay.
he's very, very funny. And he
Yeah.
actually talks. One thing he does, is there something with somebody snoring a lot or snoring very loudly?
Oh, his father.
I know. And I didn't want to rat him out, but it's just like, it's like, he's like, it's really loud. Dad
Yeah.
snores so loud. Like he'll be in the room, and either sometimes, how you're just kind of
Hmm.
roll the other way, or it's just like rolled over. And it's just very funny, and it's very, very cute. Is there anything with him with Thanksgiving?
Um, he usually would come home for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Um, he
Just keep
always
showing me
liked
turkey.
Thanksgiving because the entire family would get together, and Chris was very much a family person.
He truly, he still is, Kathy. I mean, he's very much about loving everybody, being in one place, at one time. It's very, very important. And for some reason too, he keeps touching his ear, saying something about his ear. Was there anything with his ear?
It was, but before he passed away, he had an ear infection. That's what started the whole thing. Before he
Okay.
passed away.
He kept touching
Hmm.
his ear. And he made me feel as if he was having a little issues with it before he left. You know how you just think, oh,
Yes.
maybe it's fluid in my ear, like,
Hmm.
it's like from swimming or being underwater. He made me feel like, I don't know if there was him loving to swim, surfing,
Oh,
but
he was a water. He
okay.
should have been a fish.
Did he start? Because he made me feel like he would go underwater. It's almost like you would say to him, you should wear earplugs. You know how it's just like, Christopher, you really probably should wear earplugs in your ear, or you just feel like, but he made me feel like there was like fluid. But you just think, oh, it's going to go away. Like
It's
it's just fluid.
he's probably trying to tell me that because I've been seeing a ENT specialist because my one ear is not draining the fluid off of it.
Okay. Because he's also, do you understand, talking about, yes, like
Hmm.
it's either causes you, it's like causes pain, but it's like
Hmm.
fluid in the ear. Like it's something where either you have to lay on one side or you're flipping your pillow, but it's like, how you turn your head, you can feel something
Yeah.
squashing it. And that's what he's just like, oh my gosh, mom, like, he knows that you're taking care of it, but he makes me feel like for him, he had something with his. It's almost as if it's kind of funny. Like maybe in your family, like something about, I don't know anything, I'm not a doctor, but like what he shows me almost about when fluid can get in some people's ear, it can drain out, but either your ear canal is different and like
Hmm.
his was, like, how some fluid, like his was
It
either,
stays in the mastoid. Yeah.
oh my God, that's wild. That's what he's showing me. Like your
Yeah.
ear, the way your ears and the way his was, that other people could go like this and it comes out,
Comes out and it won't do
but
that with
you
us.
and him had the same thing where like sits
Hmm.
in there. And
Yes.
that's what he just said. You both had the same ears. He said, I have my mother's ears.
He would say something.
Yes, he's like, I have my mother's ears. That's just that kind of stuff to me. Listen, they know everything. So you would think at this point, I've heard everything possibly from heaven. You probably can, but it always amazes me. I never look at it like it's nothing. I always think it's just incredible because it's their story, right? It's your story, and every story is beautiful and it's unique and it's special and it's meant to be heard and it's meant to be shared. And like you doing this today, and is there anything you're making for him, like a statue, or I'm making a sculpture of him, or a statue, or
I am
something?
painting a angel that is kneeling, um, to put out where he's at the headstone where his name is, but he doesn't have his own little thing. So I am painting one of the angels to
Can
put
you
out
send me a
there.
picture of that when you're done?
Yes.
Can you send me? I would love to see that and share that with people also because that for him, he just kept saying, "Thank you, Mom." Okay, he's showing me that, so I would love because that to me, it's very amazing, and he knows how much you honor him and how much
Yes.
you do understand, keep him present. And he's so with your husband too.
Yes.
He wants dad to know. It's just like, just tell dad. Because I know with him, his journey is different than yours.
Yes.
It's very, very different. And that you've actually helped him.
That's good. That's nice. Renee, when you were talking before about signs of birds and stuff like
Yes.
that, I've
Yes.
told people, they'll ask me that, and I'm like, I don't, that's not what I look for.
No.
And it's not what I feel. What I feel is when I know he's there, I'll get, goosebumps on my arms, or I feel this warmth wrap around me. And it's stuff like that that I feel that I know he's here, not the physical signs of birds or whatever. I mean, I have had that happen, but it's not that. It's more the inner feeling of
Yes.
knowing.
And that's what it is. It's a knowing. And that's how it is with me. When my father, my loved ones come around, I'll hear something in my ear. I'll feel like I'll stop because I'll physically feel them. I'll
Hmm.
feel the energy shift. I'll feel it. I always feel them on my left side. I'll feel, their energy and I'll just know and I'll just say, Dad. Like I just know he's there and I'll just stop and talk to him because
Hmm.
the feeling for me. It's not physical things. I don't find things, and some people do. And that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. For everybody, it's a different journey and it's all beautiful and it's amazing and it's how you connect, right? But I connect the way you do. That's how it is for me. It's where I just know. I will hear a word in my head and I'll just
Hmm.
hear him saying, I'm here. Like it's just, I receive the message and I just know. But for everyone, like I say, for everyone, this is what's so beautiful about this because we all connect differently. And it's knowing for you how you connect and it's acknowledging it and saying, oh my gosh, I absolutely know whatever it is for you that that's them, right? Whether they
Hmm.
have you look at something or it's a feeling. And it's really beautiful and amazing. And that you absolutely know this now, Kathy. You know this to be
Yes.
true. And this is just what he's, I mean, what he shows me with you. And the connection, it's very, very real. And I think the more we understand how real it is, and we just say thank you. It's like anytime you thank somebody for something, you're going to receive more of it, right? If you tell someone, oh, thank you for doing that, they want to bring you more and they want to keep doing it. The divine never gets mad or upset. It's not like the physical earth. They're going to still keep doing it. But the more you acknowledge it, do you understand? The more you're
Hmm.
understanding when you receive it. And I think that this is what I want to have for everyone. I want everyone to know how incredibly loved they are. And this isn't final. Nothing is final. It's never goodbye. It's see ya.
Hmm.
It's a change of worlds, right? I never say goodbye to someone. I always just say see ya
See ya.
because there is no endings, right? Nothing ever ends. You cannot kill or destroy energy. It's just a change in it. It's just a shift in energy and a matter. And for me, this is what is so important. And it's really hard in our daily life, no matter what it is you're going through. People are struggling today. So when you can use a divine for anything, I just feel really bad today. Can you please help me? And it's like
I
to them, it's of course.
I say things like that. It's a hard day today, or I'm feeling sad today, and something will, you know, I
And I
don't
have to,
expect anything. It just
no, I
comes.
don't either.
It just comes.
And is there anything with a blanket with him? I have to ask you a couple things before we finish up. He keeps showing me a blanket. I don't know if you have one made or something you did
We
with a
had
blanket.
blankets made out of his fraternity shirts and his
Gosh,
sports shirts. So I
okay.
have two of them.
Because he really liked. Was there anything with him with a tie? I don't know why all of a sudden he took me to a tie. I don't know if he never wore one or if there was something about, I don't know if there was a shirt that had a tie. You know how it looks like you wear those shirts that's got the fake tie on it, or because he's a character to me when he comes through.
Oh,
But
I
there's
know. I don't. I, I know
just hold
his
on to
father
that.
made fun of me one time for having a clip tie on instead
You
of one that you tie.
okay? And did one of your daughters or somebody want to get a tattoo for him?
My youngest.
Okay, he
She's
knows.
already did one and she wants to do another one.
He knows, and he's saying thank you. He think that's pretty cool. He said
Yeah,
it's
he
kind of his exact word.
him and Beth were very close. So not that he actually he was very close to both my daughters because there was such a big age span between them.
Oh, sure. It's not that. It's just when we have, yes, it's not that at all because he's so loving. Do you understand with all of them? He's just recognizing her because he knows that she did it. So it's just something that they physically like to tell us when they know there's something that we did. It's just
Hmm.
that do you understand? He knows that she did that. So it's just him because he loves them so dearly. He
Yes.
loves them and he's always with them. He's always coming in to help them. So Kathy, is there any other thing else that you would like to share before we finish up? Because I think that your story today and what you shared was absolutely amazing. And the way that your heart is so open to him, that's why you receive him so much.
I will tell you that since I started this journey with you and learning how to do this, it has absolutely changed my life. Where I don't feel that anger and that, disbelief. It's not at the forefront anymore. It's still there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the void is always going to be there. But now I feel like because I have have learned with you how to open up and let this come in, that that's what's at the forefront now, not the pain and the suffering and so forth. So if people are out there listening, you know, don't don't discount it, because
Yeah.
if you open your life up and just let it come in, it can change your life.
Kathy, I don't think there's anything that I can add to what you just said. So I'm going to say thank you because that was so profound and that was so beautiful. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you and I wish you every single blessings. And I am always here. And thank you.
Thank you.